Yo, 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 what's up, guys? Let's take a trip. Today we're going to talk about the man, the legend, Alfredo Darrington Bowman, much better known as Dr. Sebi. Alfredo Bowman was a Honduran, self-proclaimed herbalist and healer. Sebi was born in November of 1933 and passed away from pneumonia back in August of 2016. Sebi claimed to cure all disease with herbs and a vegan diet. He also denied that AIDS was caused by HIV. And although he used the title doctor, he had not completed any formal medical training, which had him blackballed and considered a quack by licensed doctors, attorneys, and consumer protection agencies throughout the United States. Sebi was actually arrested while in New York for practicing without a license. He was quickly acquitted based on the legal definition of medicine for his herbs. He was later charged in a civil suit by New York's Attorney General, which resulted in an agreement out of court of Sebi not being able to give therapeutic claims for his supplements. Alfredo Bowman at a young age learned of herbal remedies from his grandmother, and as he grew, he became dissatisfied with Western medicinal practices in treating his own illnesses, such as asthma, diabetes, impotency, and visual impairment. Herbal medicine and the use of medicinal plants have been used for treatment through most of human history, and such traditional medicine is still widely practiced today. The WHO estimates that in some Asian and African countries, they still use herbal medicine for primary health care. Herbal medicines can also be grown from seed or gathered by nature for little to no cost. Herbal remedies are also very common in Europe. In Germany, herbal medications are dispensed by apothecaries. Prescription drugs are sold right alongside essential oils, herbal extracts, and herbal teas. Herbal remedies are seen by most as a treatment preferred to medical compounds that have been industrially produced. In India, herbal remedy is so popular that in 2000, the government created a separate department called AYUSH underneath their family health and welfare sector. The National Medical Plant Board was also established in order to deal with the large herbal medical system. Even modern medicine uses many plant-derived compounds as the basis for pharmaceutical drugs. And although herbal medicines have many of these same qualities, few high-quality trials and standards for purity or dosage exist. I wonder why that is. After this, Sebi went back to Honduras to begin his own healing practice, when he developed a treatment he called the African Bioelectric Cell Food Therapy, and claimed that it would cure a wide range of diseases, including cancer and AIDS. Yes, cancer and AIDS, as well as a variety of chronic conditions and mental illnesses. In the 1980s, Dr. Sebi set up a center in Honduras called the Usha Research Institute, as it was located in the village of Usha, and also marketed his herbal products in the United States. According to McGill University, located in Quebec, Canada, Sebi's diet and food therapy was based on the discredited alkaline diet and showed a fundamental misunderstanding of genetics. His beliefs on the origin of disease denied germ theory and factored in faux Afrocentric claims about the unique genetic characteristics of Africans, which was referred to as race pseudoscience by McGill University. I find it funny how for hundreds of years the white man was adamant that white and black people held different sets of genetics due to race. But once a man comes along claiming he can heal the entire African race with his findings, oh, we are all the same. That's race pseudoscience. Weird timing, huh? In the 1980s, AIDS had been recognized as a disease and an epidemic starting in the United States, with numerous cases in New York and other major cities. Sebi claimed that AIDS was not the result of HIV and used herbal remedies to treat those with HIV. Now, where I think he went wrong is where he started to place advertisements in New York papers claiming to be able to cure AIDS. The Attorney General's office actually sent undercover agents to Sebi's office while wearing wires to gain diagnosis and treatments for purported symptoms of disease, which he was acquitted of in court because jurors said the tapes failed to show that Sebi had made a medical diagnosis. In further effort to stop his claims, the civil suit later came for consumer fraud, which resulted in Sebi agreeing to not make therapeutic claims for his products. On May 28, 2016, Sebi and his associate, Pablo Gamboa, were arrested and charged with money laundering after they were found to be carrying $37,000 in cash and gave no explanation for it. They were attempting to transfer from a commercial flight in the United States to a private plane for another destination in Honduras. Sebi was later released pending a court hearing on June 6, 2016, but was rearrested by a public ministerio on additional money laundering charges. He was held for several weeks while his family was attempting to obtain his release, in which time he fell ill and police officials failed to realize the severity of his condition. He passed away while in police custody en route to a hospital. Sebi died of complication from pneumonia on August 6, 2016, where doctors admitted that the length of his time in custody and the poor condition of the jail may have contributed to his death. Many of Sebi's followers questioned the circumstances of his arrest and death. They claimed there was a conspiracy to silence him because his teachings differed from the established Rockefeller medical industry and was threatening the validity of pharmaceutical drugs that also have connections to Rockefeller's big oil. Furthermore, in 2018, American rapper Nipsey Hussle publicly stated he was planning on creating a documentary about Sebi's successful defenses at his criminal trials. In the same Breakfast Club interview, he also expressed concerns that he may be targeted for his support of the controversial herbalist, requesting that fans ride for him should that ever occur. Hussle was later murdered in 2019, and law enforcement said they found no link between Hussle's death and Alfredo Bowman. Throughout his life, Dr. Sebi publicly announced that he had cured AIDS, cancer, brain tumors, and many other types of disease and illnesses. The herbs and items that Dr. Sebi was using to create these cures could be grown or gathered in nature for little to no cost. After never being found guilty in court for fraud, do you think Dr. Sebi's findings are true or fiction? I'm going to leave that up to you. And I'm going to end this episode of Let's Take a Trip with some interesting clips and interviews from the late, great Nipsey Hussle, as well as the late, great Dr. Sebi. I hope you guys enjoy. Yo, yo, yo.
Drop a bar like about Dr. Sebi.
Yeah.
Like just that one thing, they killed Dr. Sebi, will make somebody go research who Dr. Sebi is.
100%.
Dr. Sebi.
On the show, he was able to jump from the floor up here on his knees.
At 70-something.
On his knees, and jump back down and no problems, nothing like that.
Why you think they killed him?
Why do they kill all holistic doctors?
Messing up the medical industry.
You short-stopping their grind. Why do niggas get killed for hustling in front of a nigga spot? They check is billions. You got niggas that get flipped for a couple $100,000. So you playing with some pharmaceutical money. You know, I'm working on doing a documentary on the trial in 1985 when Dr. Sebi went to trial against New York.
Right.
Because he put in the newspaper he cured AIDS.
Yeah. Did he
He beat the case. And he went to federal court the next day and beat that case on record.
Yep.
And nobody talk about it. Imagine this. Anybody in this room, if I could say, hey, somebody cured AIDS, y'all be like, yeah, right. And then I could show you an example of him going to trial and proving in a court to a jury that he cured AIDS. Y'all be interested in that.
Absolutely.
And y'all would look into the way he did it. Imagine this. Anybody in this room, if I could say, hey, somebody cured AIDS, y'all be like, yeah, right.
He offered cures for incurable diseases. He offered hope and life to those about to die.
What they will do with AIDS is the same thing they do with everything else. They will figure out a way for you to live with it.
This is how the healthcare hustle works. We bring you in, you're sick, we start you on treatment protocols that are many times more toxic than what we're treating you for.
It just is mind-numbing to see how we can allow people like this to come among us, poison us, and then live comfortable lives.
He's an immigrant from Honduras who never went to school, college, or medical school. Yet the man known as Dr. Sebi claims to have found the cure for several life-threatening diseases, including AIDS. Too good to be true? Well, you be the judge.
He made black people question the information that they were getting from their very own medical doctors.
We have been misled not only by the foreigners that are not part of our race, but we were also hoodwinked by our brothers that was trained by those people.
Dr. Sebi did not have to go through university systems once he realized that the knowledge was all around him, that he was walking over medicine.
When I told my mama that I had cured my 13 AIDS patient, she said, they're gonna get you.
But today, a Brooklyn man who masqueraded as a doctor has been arrested by the state attorney general.
Can you cure AIDS? I have cured AIDS many times, sir, and I can cure AIDS again and again.
AIDS has been cured by the Usha Herbal Research Institute.
So if Sebi or the Usha Research Institute cure AIDS, who cure AIDS? The black race or Sebi? It is the black race.
Dr. Sebi had brought so many levels of healing to our community. He, like many other could have for surely been a target of powers that be.
There is a group of people who do not want everyone to be here.
We have cures for a lot of things, but that's not what keeps America going.
So who's the real problem here? Is it Sebi, or is it some pharmaceutical company that is willing to exploit us?
This man has not objectively shown that what he does I would say he either deserves a Nobel Prize or a term in jail, and I vote for the latter.
So when I found out about Sebi, and it's about his case. You know, niggas was tweeting me, Hustle, be careful, man. Your plane gonna go down. I say, niggas better ride for me.
Anything that interferes with their omnipotent need to own and control everything is a danger and will be eliminated.